Perfect friendship among united culture.
Flag is there. Hold on one second, please. Our land acknowledgement written by Vice Chair Tweety Suazo and Leah Akibakowitz. We recognize that Sandoval County is located on the ancestral land of indigenous people. We acknowledge and honor our land caretakers and commit to retain and advocate for the traditions and cultural knowledge indigenous people have practiced since time immemorial. Thank you. Have a seat. Welcome to the Democratic Party of Sandoval County's First Friday event. My name is Alex Pyland. I am the chair of the Sandoval County Democratic Party, and I welcome each and every one of you. Please make sure to sign in. We can start tracking the attendance at our events and hopefully be able to increase it. We do have a camera going right there on that tripod, as you can see. We are meeting in person at the Range Cafe in the town of Bernalillo at 925 Commonwealth Pueblo in the town of Bernalillo. Please come out and try the range during the week. Get stuff to go. The desserts are fabulous.
Tip your waiter.
Tip your wait people. They work really, really hard for us. We're so grateful and happy to have this meeting place, so be sure to show them your appreciation. Let's see, so we're going to go right on ahead and start with candidates. So I see that Michelle Sandoval is here. So Michelle, come on. You're the first one I just let you know. Yes, absolutely. Hi, good morning, everyone. How is everyone?
Good.
I realize the trick is to come a little early so you can enjoy food, have food in your house, walking up here. I'm super excited. I've been on the roll, getting everything done. We have a website in process. I have all my social medias in process, and I'm excited to get canvassing and going door to door. I'm here, so my name is Michelle Sandoval. I'm running for House District 57. We'll be Sandoval County and North, and then I am here today to tell you guys. I definitely want you to look out for my announcements coming from the party and the Sandoval County Federation of Democratic Women of my social medias and things, so you can learn more about me, learn more about my stances, learn more about who I am and how I'm going forward. You can also follow my page to see the events I will be hosting and working on, and then also if you need help, I need for canvassing, for donations, and for phone calls, and yes. Is there any questions? So my district is House District 57, so it's going to be Paseo del Volcan, all the way Northern Meadows, Cleveland Heights, Mariposa, and all the houses all the way towards the Rio Rancho Armory.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you have Leanne's phone number?
I do have, so actually I've been working with Leanne, her and me about every other week, and so she's been helping me tremendously. Yes.
Charlie Alex, I just did my job in that respect.
Thank you, Michelle. House District 57, Michelle Sandoval. Excellent. Next up is Kathleen Cates.
Thank you, Alex. Hi, I'm Kathleen Cates, and I'm running for the new District 44. I want to tell you why I'm running. I am scared. Are you scared? If you're not scared, you're not paying attention. I am terrified. We have to get individuals within the legislature who are going to fight for our rights. I and my treasurer were able to go down to the federal courthouse this week to be able to express our concern about the leaked draft with the Supreme Court. I want to let you know that I have disrupted my life that requires me to earn a living and take care of my adult children and my elderly mother, because important. This is important that we have representation and that we hold the line. We need to hold the line. So I will go there. I will fight for you at the Roundhouse. We have a chance to unseat an incumbent Republican who most likely will win her primary. Please get out and tell your neighbors, tell your independent neighbors, tell your Republican neighbors that if they're coming for women's rights, they're going to come for them as well. Keep us out of our health care decision making. I'm Kathleen Cates. I'm running for District 44. VoteForKathleen.com. Please come to my website. Alex will get upset with me if I don't say, I need money, and I do. I'm waiting on the fundraising. And if Karen's not here, I have to say, yes, I will support the early childhood education amendment. So thank you.
So, Kathleen, isn't she great? That's awesome. Next up is Ken Eichwald. Commissioner Eichwald, the current Sandoval County Commissioner, is running for magistrate judge. It's a county-wide race. I want you to know he's a friend of mine and he's giving me some sage advice. So, without further ado, Commissioner Eichwald.
Good morning, and thank you for allowing me to speak to you for a few minutes. I am currently the County Commissioner for District 5, but I am running for Magistrate Judge, Division 2, and that office is up in Cuba, New Mexico. Okay, and I have 24 years of experience as a magistrate judge. I was held that position for that period of time. I was also a pro tem magistrate judge for 2 years after I retired, and now I decided to come back and see if I can try it again. Why, I don't know yet. But anyway, a couple of things about me. I'm a graduate from UNM, and I also graduated from the National Judicial College in Reno, Nevada, and I am also a former school teacher. I taught school up in the northwest part of the county for 9 years. So I've been, a lady just told me a little while ago, you've been busy. Well, pretty much all my life. One thing about me, I've handled about over 1,000 cases for DWIs. So I'm not, when I step in that office, I know what I'm doing. I've also handled probably over 1,000 civil cases. Magistrate handles cases that are $10,000 and below. That's what the magistrates do. And right now, there's probably a good case, though, probably down here in Bernalillo, quite a bit because of the rental issue that happened during COVID. So it's, it's going to be a problematic situation as time goes on. One thing that I'm going to ask you, I really appreciate your vote on June 7th. It's only a month away. We're coming down to the stretch, and I really need help, especially in the Rio Rancho area, the Morales area, the Placitas area. And when you vote for me, you're going to vote for your students. Okay? So again, Ken Eichwald for Magistrate Judge, Division 2, June 7th. Thank you.
Thank you. And last but not least, Greg Bennett.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Alex. My name is Greg Bennett, and I'm running for Sandoval County Commissioner in District 3. Number 2, I want your vote. Number 3, I have to tell you this, I need your money and I need your time. Okay? I need phone banking, I need people to come out and help me walk the streets, as they say. So if you would, please think about volunteering for me. Now, as Kathleen said, she's scared. Being a white male, old white male, I'm very scared. I think what they're doing in the Supreme Court is horrendous. We need to have people in the legislature, we need to have people up and down this card that will support not only women's health and women's rights, but all rights for everybody that walks the earth. I'm sorry. Okay? This is what we need. We don't need to be, if you haven't been involved before, this is the issue to make you get out and vote and help people. So if you would get behind us, that's great. I stand for those people, I'm behind those people, so please, help me out. My name is Greg Bennett, Sandoval County Commissioner, District 3. Thank you very much.
Right on, thank you. Yeah, that was good. That was really good. So we have a couple more announcements that are coming up, so we might as well get those done right. Hold on, Pete, 1 sec. This one is, I'm going to see a lot of smiles and people are going to be like, oh, really? So Commissioner Eichel, come back on up. He has an announcement he'd like to make. You heard it at First Friday. This is why you don't want to miss First Friday.
You know, I have an opening in the Planning and Zoning Commission for Sandoval County. Myself and Commissioner Brooks have 2 appointments. I've had a vacancy for a while. And I just talked to an individual that just ran for city council in Rio Rancho, and he has graciously accepted the position of being on the P&Z Commissioner, Josh Jones. Okay? And I'm going to tell you, you know, I met Josh, you know, I haven't known him for a good while, but he is an up-and-coming Democrat in Sandoval County, and the more we push him, the higher he's going to go. So, you know, this is one position that he can take, and we'll go from there. So, Josh, congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
You will be appointed at a position you can probably in 2 or 3 weeks.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
So, planning and zoning is big, guys, and there's another seat open. So, if you're interested, contact Commissioner Eichel. I know a couple of you guys are in his district. Next up is Pete Zollinger from DPNM.
Okay, now you know why I'm here, but as I always start with Ken sitting in the room, Chair Lady Alex, my fellow Democrats, remember, our judges cannot hold to the party platform. We call them our resolutions. I do not mean they may not, I mean they cannot tell you their stand ahead of time, because if anything like that comes up in their courtroom, they have to recuse themselves. Now, what it is for Ken Eichel, County Commissioner, fine. But once the primary is over, there's no Republican. You do not ask Ken Eichel what he intends to do on something that may come up in his courtroom. Okay, now obviously, let's face it, you all know why I'm here. State party needs the money.
Oh, is it?
Chair Lady, Alice, where to go? Thank you.
The county party needs the money. And so I would also put a plea for you to become a sustaining donor. It's critical for our success. We do help candidates. It does help fund the business of the county party. You can go there from SandovalDemocrats.org, visit our website. Excellent. So, I did get a text, and our guest speakers are on their way. In the meantime, I wanted to ask who here went to, I know Kathleen Cates did, but who went to the protest at the federal building the other day for choice? Anybody? No? All right, 3 of you over there, right on. Thank you for representing Sandoval, even though you those 2 don't live in. But thank you. So, is anybody here afraid of what's happening?
Yes.
Concerned, maybe?
Angry.
Alarmed? Angry? Yeah? Are you angry? What are you going to do about it?
Vote.
You're going to vote? right? We want to make sure that we elect and support candidates who are pro-choice, right? We want to make sure that continues. Yes. Support Planned Parenthood. Here's a fun fact. Yeah, and the ACLU, because the ACLU has already come out as Planned Parenthood has and said that they are not going to back down from this. Pete Zollinger, our sergeant at arms from DPNM, used to escort women who were getting abortions back in the day when they needed to be escorted. So, the Democratic Party's roots on choice are deep and strong. And so I'm going to ask people to please keep in mind that we need you to get involved with your party, to elect Democrats who have the same values as we do, who are pro-choice, right? We need to continue that. Yes, Pete?
Thank you, Chair Lady. What I am asking, don't have an answer yet, is what happens if, after this ruling, it may go against us. If it does, if the Sandoval County Commission tries to pass. I have asked about that. All I can say is more later.
Yeah, so the commission, which has a Republican majority, hopefully not for much longer, right, has a history of passing toothless, meaningless resolutions to whip up their base. That is, they don't hold any legal force at all. So, and we saw that with the Second Amendment sanctuary resolution, right? And we saw that, we've seen that several times. And right now what they're doing is they're saying that the election, the 2020 election was rigged. It's not right. Which, as a candidate for the commission in 2020, I, would like it to be true. Yeah, and I think those two commissioners who won should step down if that's the case. But the reality is that the election was true, right? It was. So that's one of the things that they're working on, and that they are trying to. One commissioner in particular is trying to be very egalitarian, trying to walk down the line, and the other commissioner is like, support these people who come out with all these conspiracy theories. So that's kind of like what's going on. And you know what, Pete? I hadn't even thought that they would do it, but yeah, they probably would pass a resolution because that's what they've done in the past, right? And past behavior is a great indicator of future behavior, right? So we could be not necessarily adversely affected up here, but we could see some bad publicity for us about this up here. And the intention, of course, is to whip up their base and to get us all whipped up so that they can have some sort of confrontation and get some more news. And I have chosen, as a party chair, not to play into that, okay? So, for example, we received a letter from the Director of the Bureau of Elections inviting us to come to a talk about how elections were conducted in Sandoval County by our featured speakers who will be here any minute. So they had been listening to the conspiracy theorists who are churning out at the county commission meetings. And they decided they were going to cater to them and offer them meetings where they could question the election officials, who were not the election officials at the time, by the way. Okay? So they can only speak about what they think has happened. Anyway, so we said no. The Democratic Party, I made an executive decision, which is what I get paid for right now. And I said, no, we're fine. We believe in the process, and we believe in the officials who we have elected, and we're not interested. We are, however, interested in learning about becoming poll workers and poll watchers. what happens, right? At the polls. So that's what Ann and Joey are going to be talking about today, any minute, I'm guessing. Can you tell them something? Yes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Planned Parenthood has a list of endorsed candidates. It's out there on the website. It's on my social media page. I want to let you guys know that. I also want to let you know how wonderful we were represented by Senator Harold Pope and by Representative Javier Martinez. They spoke on the federal courthouse steps eloquently, and I want to make sure that you guys know that as well.
Excellent, thank you. Hey,
Come back.
Kathleen,
Yes.
would you by any chance be endorsed by Planned Parenthood?
I am endorsed by
How
Planned
about
Parenthood.
that? So anyway, there we are, and so that's what's kind of going on, and that's what spurred us to get Ann and Joey here.
Yeah.
Hey, Deb, do you see them walking down the way yet? Deb? No? Okay. So, next up, I would like you to stand if you are an executive committee member for the Democratic Party of Sandoval County. Excellent. So we have Joel sits right down. Joel Wadsworth, data. Judy Gordon, secretary. Eileen Galloway is our deputy treasurer. Crystal, ward chair. Deb Dabson, ward chair. Crystal didn't stand, I don't know why. And our newest ward chair, Josh Jones, ward 10. Well, let's see. Other announcements.
I have a question.
Yes.
I understand you're looking for an office with the grandchildren.
Yes.
Okay. Any idea when and where?
I'm sorry?
Any idea when and where?
No.
Okay.
We're trying to find something off of, what I would really like is for it to be off of the 550 corridor. So real estate, from what the research, the cursory research I've done, hi Joey. Hi. I've been waiting for you. The cursory research I've done has the square footage in rear range going for anywhere from $6 to $25 a square foot. So that's an issue. So we're trying to find something, and I'm trying to figure out what we need based on what we used in 2018. And of course, it's ridiculous to forecast the budget. It's very, very difficult. So we're trying. We're also looking off of 528. And really, another problem is that most retail spaces want a lease of 2 years. And, you know, can we do that? Well, the answer to that is yes, if you all become sustaining donors. That's fair. Any other questions? So, Joey, is Ann on her way?
She is running a little bit late.
Okay, all right, so we're gonna, Commissioner Eichwald, or Commissioner Buck, aye?
Hi.
Do you want to come in the chat for a second? All right.
Hi, everybody. So good to see you all here again on a First Friday. I'm not sure what I need to tell you today, except that I just got off New Mexico counties as a board, and some of you may be familiar that all 33 of the counties in New Mexico are members of this board that kind of feeds into a national association. And they are huge lobbyists for counties across the country, and we're very effective in making sure that many of the ARPA funds actually were directed back to counties. And so many people in this country, county government is the closest thing to their daily lives. So it's incredibly important that we have a presence on this board. It does, in the western part of the U.S., tend to be very conservative. And I have to say that today you'll be proud that I voted against one of the resolutions on our agenda, which came out of what we call WIR, which are the western counties, western states that are part of this national association. And what I voted in opposition of was, again, their concerns over 30 by 30. So, and I was the only voice. And so I am very concerned that we have to organize within our county governments to make sure that both sides of the aisle are very well represented. At the national level, they are really good at being a bipartisan organization that crafts their language so all of us can be on board. Many times it's about dollars coming back to counties, making sure that we have a voice, and it's very effective. At local level, and I'm talking states, in western states, we don't have the voice that we should as Democrats. So we're gonna need to push that agenda and make sure that when these types of initiatives are in front of our local or statewide boards, that we are heard. Even if we don't win, we still have to speak and have our voices heard. Yes, ma'am. Hi.
Could you explain a little bit about what 30 by 30 is?
Yes, 30 by 30, America the Beautiful, is President Biden's initiative to protect 30% of our lands and our waters. This is a climate change initiative to protect us for the future and for future generations. The governor also has a similar initiative, and so I am totally in support of those, recognizing that none of this happens in a minute, but we all have to work towards figuring out the best solution that will protect it. We all want the lights on, I get it, but we need to make sure that we're willing to do that with a good conscience and knowing that we won't have a planet. We won't survive if we don't act and act now. So thanks. I think that's my big aha for today. If you have any questions, I'm here and I'm happy to. Well, today I am running for re-election. I think everybody in the room knows that. Currently District 1 is incorrect. So for those of you who don't know that we have a huge wind event potentially over the next couple of days, I know my heart and my concerns are with the Cochini Mesa, Cochini Pueblo, Cochini Lake, for the potential popping, what they say, where the fire moves. And as you know, Cochini Lake is being used for water drops today because we have a lower wind event. So that being said, that was part of my district that no longer exists in our minds as I get ready to transition for re-election to the new district. I'm still going to do double duty. I still care about the entire county and work for everyone in Sandoval County. The new district does include Corrales, and I'm happy to support Caralegos, I think that's how you say it. Around, and also my original center part of my district here in the town of Bernalillo. Not all of Bernalillo, but a lot of it. Placitas, Sandia Pueblo, and some of Rio Rancho that surrounds Corrales. So Rivers Edge 1 is included for anybody who might be in the room. And look forward to getting out and meeting more of those folks, because it is a big change now. Re-election 2022. Get people enthused about how important this election is on so many levels, local, state, and federal. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Brooke, Sandoval County Commission District 1. Here's another fun fact for you. The town of Bernalillo was split into 3 different county commission districts. Why? Anyway, so hi there. Without further ado, I want to introduce you to 2 really awesome people. We were talking about it a little bit earlier. The first is Brady Romero, our county clerk, and the second is Joey Dominguez, our deputy county clerk. They're both longtime members of our political family. You've seen them around here quite a bit. Joey at one point was a vice chair for the county party.
his roots run very, very deep in Sandoval. He's a longtime resident, and he's Ann's right hand and campaign manager. She's also a member of the political party, and she won, as some of you may remember, despite great personal odds. Is that a candidate back there? Yes, okay. In spite of personal challenges at the time, she was going through chemo and she still campaigned. She turned down her Pueblos. She worked really, really hard despite all of that and came out at the end victorious in everything. So I would like to, it is my great pleasure to introduce Joey and Anna.
Elections are under attack, and you know that, right? Yes. And we have been dealing with these people for commission meetings, way back 6 commission meetings, 7 commission meetings, and we're tired. And we have an election to run, and so I will let Joey give you the dates. But one thing I did want to say is that I am not pro-abortion. I am pro-choice. And I also believe in separating church from state. Yes. However, yes, because of the locations and we've had such a hard time getting locations, we have to use the churches at this time. We'll work on that. We'll get out there as soon as we can. But we're working very, very hard. We're very, very busy. We're very, very short-handed. And that's something that needs to be addressed. I will let Joey speak now on early voting. Early voting will start on Tuesday, May 10th, and then at the administrative building, and then all around on May 21st. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Good morning, Democrats. My name is Joey Dominguez. It's an honor to serve as Ann's Deputy Clerk. As she said, initially when she came into office, she wanted to move all polling sites out of churches. It's not an easy task, believe it or not. Sandoval County was investigated in 2016 for failure to provide equal access to polling sites and violating the American Disability Act. And so, in a short period of time, we had to implement an ADA program for all of our polling sites and ensure that they were accessible to all voters, right? Yes. In 2020, you would assume that we were doing that, but there was really no formal program developed, so we developed that. Believe it or not, schools and government buildings are not ADA compliant, and so the churches, some of them have stepped up more than government agencies have to address the deficiencies of compliance. And so all 39-day election sites are ADA compliant, either through temporary modifications or through permanent structures. The county commission received a capital outlay from the legislature in the amount of $450,000. That money is going really quickly to invest in these polling sites to ensure they're compliant. So early voting begins at the office of the county clerk next Tuesday during the hours of 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. Expanded early voting begins May 21st, and it's 10 to 7 p.m. We've expanded early voting in Rio Rancho, except for one site, so just FYI, all sites are 10 to 7. Except for the Elks Lodge. That time runs from 9 to 6 a.m. Same-day registration in Mexico is essentially open or partially open the primary election. So if you are not part of the Republican, Democrat, or Libertarian Party, and you're a minor party or decline to state, you can opt in on election day or after the 10th using SDR to change your party affiliation and participate in that primary. So what we expect with that is we'll have a higher turnout this primary election. So we'll see when we see the final numbers. But register a voter and they can vote. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes for the data to transmit over to our regular elections. Any questions? I know it's kind of a lot to bundle in, but I could go on about elections for hours and hours and hours. So if there's any questions, I'll take those. And again, I'll just reiterate with the fact that our elections are under attack. We've taken proactive measures to ensure that we're increasing and enhancing security, right? Adam's first couple of months in office, we invested $40,000 into installing surveillance cameras at the warehouse. So, there's no questions of shenanigans happening there. So anyone who wants to interrupt what goes on in the warehouse, you're welcome to do that. Recently at county commissioners, obviously they say, people understand what goes on in the front end, but not at the back end, right? And so that layer of security we've added, we've implemented an enhanced chain of custody in Sandoval County. In fact, Sandoval County will have an electronic chain of custody and regular chain of custody when we receive ballots at a polling site. As you know, all election day sites can receive absentee ballots. So we have a digital and a paper chain of custody. So if there's ever a audit, we have full accountability for it. Any questions? No? Okay, I'll pass the mic now. Thank you. Go vote. We absolutely need poll workers, so we can be staffed really at 425 polling workers, 9 a.m. and at 10:30 have 15 call-outs. So please call our office. We'll add you to an alternate list. At that time, polling places are
Yeah, asking for someone else. What's the minimum age for poll workers?
New Mexico state election law allows for a student clerk, and they can be 17 years of age. Yeah. We have not implemented that program yet, but it is on our to-do list. 505-867-7577.
What are the requirements?
The requirements are you have to be a registered voter in Sandoval County.
That's it? Mm-hmm. What about my wife who happens to be in my campaign? Does that disqualify her?
It does disqualify. For New Mexico state statute, it does disqualify.
Okay, she's fired. She can come out and help. She's not doing well.
For election day, it is 13 to 14 hours. During early voting, it usually is about 10 to 12 hours. For 14 days, yes. It does. So, I'm not happy to talk about the pay because it's low. It's $13 an hour for a PJ for early voting. However, we try to pay everyone a huge amount. As you know, the Secretary of State's office funds our statewide elections, so we did request a higher pay for all of our poll workers. They denied that request only because they're in the middle of closing out their fiscal year. However, we are paying poll workers 50% more for attending training than we did in the past, so somewhat of an incentive. Any other questions? The day after election. So yeah, please, you can add me to a list. Yes, of course.
Did you say something about training? For training?
Training, we're paying $50. And it has.
The dates of training.
It depends on position. So in the past, Sandoval County has trained everybody at one day. Now we've broken it into positions. So your presiding judge attended training, your judges attended training, and your clerks attended training. So if you're wanting to work election day, the election day classes are coming up. And I don't have those in front of you.
And what was the number again to call?
867-7577. We do. So her question was, do we get equal Republican? We do a party balance. According to the state statute, your PJ has to be the opposing party of one of your judges. So you have to have within your judges mixed party balance, the Republican, Democrat, or Libertarian, since it's a legal party. 867-7577. And if you know anybody in the Pueblos, we're actively reaching out with our liaisons, but we do require the party balance in the Pueblos as well. So if you please encourage folks, Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, or DPS, not DPS, but to join us for the big polls, please.
What is DPS?
There is a difference. So a poll watcher is, usually you have to submit your name and information to the Secretary of State's office. They'll send it over to our clerk's office, and then we'll issue the credentials for being a poll watcher. A poll challenger is also going to the Secretary of State's office, and then you have to be credentialed properly in order to challenge at the polling site or at the absentee vote. No other questions? All right, I'll let everyone get to this.
All right, so, I guess I'm loud. I'm okay with that. I'm okay to make it very nice. So, that pretty much does a couple things I want to tell you about. Second Saturday will take place at Matucci's in Rio Rancho on May 14th at 11 a.m. Just like today, 11 a.m. Please visit our website's event section for more information regarding all events. SandovalDemocrats.org. You can sign up for our newsletter or our website at SandovalDemocrats.org. And the newsletter includes notes from the chair, learn about what our elected officials are doing, read about efforts of local progressive organizations, peruse opinions and fact-checking, discover volunteer opportunities. The party is volunteer-run, guys. We all do this because it's a labor of love, and we really believe in the work that we're doing. We need help. We need you to help. So if there's something you feel like you can do, help a candidate, help the party, let us know. My email is chair@SandovalDemocrats.org. Once again, like us on social media, share our posts on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and don't forget to tip your wait staff. Thank you so much. Oh, Pete?
Okay, as to what Alex just said, where we will need volunteers, this is of my own gender, with a pickup truck, to move around our candidates 4x8 signs so they don't grow stale, so that our districted candidates, that's county commissioner, state representative, that the people be able to look at their sign, no matter where they live in the district, at least once, so it doesn't grow stale in one spot. Thank you.
You know what? It's not a gender-specific job. I'm just saying. Yes, Commissioner. Oh my God. Laura. Hi. One more candidate. One more. Sandoval County's very own previous treasurer, right? Laura Montoya.
How's everybody doing? This election's almost over. This was a marathon. And now we gotta get ready to sprint. So, I want to say thank you for everything y'all have done. Josh Jones is in the room, and I want to say thank you for stepping up and running, and I hope that you run again. Everybody give him a round of applause. He did a lot of hard work and started some groundwork. I appreciate that. All right, so you all know I am Laura Montoya. I was your county treasurer. We just got endorsed by AFSCME. We got endorsed by Doreen Gallegos. Mind you, we have all the other endorsements as well from our unions. And that's important to me because bridging the gap of inequity is critical. Now let me tell you, I know you've seen a lot of emails of negativity with the AG's office, and now today you saw some with the auditor's office. Do not be surprised that you're going to see negative ads with the treasurer's office. It's already going on around this state. Let me be clear on a couple things. I started this race out of love for New Mexicans and for my heart of public service. Right now, 3 of my home counties are under fire attack. While I'm working on fires back home in Mora and San Miguel and here in Sandoval County, I find out that the Supreme Court is under attack. And there's fires up there too. Equal rights are women's rights. This is the first time that there's a female running for state treasurer. Why not have a woman of color that has the financial background and experience to get the job done, be there to manage billions of dollars on behalf of all of you, the same way I've been doing it for 10 years. Don't forget, 4 clean audits. I don't care how much negativity you bring out, my record speaks for itself. 4 clean audits. That's impressive to be able to do. Managing billions of dollars, 99.37% collection rate, 21 bills that helped our veterans, our seniors, remove tax loopholes, saving millions of dollars on behalf of taxpayers. There's a lot to get done in the state treasurer's office, and the most important thing to know is that that office needs to be independent. We need to stop thinking about the status quo, start moving towards thinking bigger and better, and start getting representation that reflects who we are and what we value. And that's what you get when you vote for Laura Montoya. So please, tell your friends and family. I would really appreciate their vote. If you want a door knock or phone bank with us, please contact me right after. I'm happy to be here with all of you. Have a great day.